the first lines. Stories etched in ancient times. Silent witnesses of times and birth. Carved by nature, leaving no trace. Lots of minerals, they tell their tales. From mountains high to ocean trails. The oldest storytellers of our land, holding secrets in their hand. Crystal shining under the sun. Each one knows how life begun. Through the ages they stood tall, a testament to the rise and fall. Rocks and minerals, they tell their tales. From mountains high to ocean trails. The oldest storytellers of our land, holding secrets in their hands. Listen closely, hear the call. Nature's wisdom speaks to all. In every grain, a journey waits. Life's great chronicle never fades. Rocks and minerals, they tell their tales. From mountains high to ocean trails. The oldest storytellers of our land, holding secrets in their hands.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. I hope you like this different flavor of a song in the background. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you, and happy Friday to you. Hopefully, you can hear me and also see my screen, and hopefully, you like that a little bit different sound. And that being said, welcome, everyone. As usual, this is Evan. Behalf of No Limit Emails team, I personally thank you for watching live or replay of these videos that I'm doing, and I personally do appreciate your time if you finding those videos in the YouTube. And of course, my goal is in here to help you with what we are doing with email and live streaming and everything in between. And welcome, and please do comment, as today is the last day of the love month, and get yourself and get your name on that list. I have quite a few people, and maybe one of you can grab a count uh, from us. So I'm willing to give you a count with my own domain, set you up and everything for 1 year. You don't have to pay a single cent. After year is up to you. If you want to continue, you can join in a package that you wish, and if you don't, you can always give up. So to just give you experience what No Limit Emails is all about to a random person out there, and be interesting if you totally new. Of course, if you are not new, we're not discriminating. You also can win. So idea is to help you out and for you to have similar or same experiences. Myself and many other No Limit email users. And that being said, as it is Love Month, we still got a lot of content happening, and of course, we want to close the love month by basically spreading that love to someone totally new, and that's why kind of I've been doing this kind of stuff as a giveaway. I hope you'll enjoy the content with what we're sharing, also valuable to you and enrich your knowledge. Of course, if you know something much better, please comment it so we can implement it ourselves. And if you see something I'm personally doing wrong, please point it out. I am always open to the open criticism so I can learn more. And please do not hesitate. Introduce yourself if you join in one of our live conversation rooms, and I personally appreciate you. And that being said, as it is still Love Month, few of you treated yourself and your business with huge love by making amazing decisions. Join No Limit Emails, and we do not take your trust for granted. Please provide us the domain you want to use. As usual, do not use your main domain. Use generic domain. Add your domain to the Cloudflare. and set us your Cloudflare login details. You can also create brand new Cloudflare account with this, and it's all free, and you don't have to pay Cloudflare paid version. But if you do have it, it's better, it's okay. We still kind of accept both and make it easier for you, and simply just follow on screen instruction from Cloudflare how you'd add your domain to the Cloudflare. Of course, you can also YouTube it to find few videos to give you some ideas, but it's really simple, nothing technical and nothing confusing. All you have to do is grab a couple of links from Cloudflare and you paste it in your hosting for your domain name DNS to face the Cloudflare, and that's all it is to it. And when you've done that, send us your Cloudflare login details so we can log in and install and activate your system for you and send you your login details. Once more, in this process, there is when you join in Limit emails, there is nothing to download, and because everything is have to be built for you from fresh, and we require that infrastructure setup so we can build your system for you. And because there is nothing exists, there is nothing to download, so we are waiting for you to give us access quickly as possible so we can make it happen. So when you buy in, and make sure even before you do that, make sure you have a domain that you want to use, and we always advise you use a at least 90-day old age domain, and make sure that domain is clean. On the document that we share with you, you should find the tools that to check out if domain's clean or not. So all the relevant information is get sent to you via email. First email is probably welcome with that document attached to it, and second emails probably will be your login details. After that, we really don't send any emails, any commercial emails to you. And if you do receive commercial emails, somebody pretending to be us, please do report that to us, and we will take care of that. And beside that, make sure that you make yourself a room with Meet No Limit Emails tool. Invite us with a reply to that email. And of course, you can join one of the public rooms that have a direct conversation with us, which is after every live stream. I am normally in one of those rooms, and this evening we will be on that room again. It's a public square room and is open for quite a long time, and you can join a conversation over there. Welcome, Chris. Good to see you, Yo-Yo. And hopefully my audio is good enough, and I'm having a little bit low feed in here. But tonight I also lined up interesting conversation. We get into that just a moment. And as always, congratulations to some of you got your accounts today, and I'm genuinely excited for you, and really looking forward to help you to send you emails. When you log on to your systems, you will have few segments already being created, email being created. Also, you will have a resource page being created internally, so you can reach out to us and get to the resources, get to some relevant room links. They are all in there, including place that you can invite. You can go and grab your affiliate links if you already haven't. We always advise you, as soon as you get No Limit Emails account, and please go back to the Warrior Plus, make sure that you get that your affiliate link and send that to me, as I will add you also to this long email that we sent. And last email I sent is million plus, and every content on that email was all affiliate links. And we'll have a look a little bit of result of that, and which is will tie us to this evening conversation, so you know what we are talking about and what's the end result is when we implementing really this deliverability, compliances, and everything else in between. And hopefully you will also enjoy this conversation, and I'll understand the relevance of you having your custom domain to do the email and email marketing for yourself. And of course, as your system, you do what you need to do. That being said, welcome to the family, guys, and please do reach out to us. Doesn't matter what day it is, what hour it is, what minute it is, and join in one of the live rooms. If I'm personally not there, leave me a message, tag me, in one of the live rooms. And when I get back, and I will reply to you. Of course, you can also reach out to me personally in many other places, be it on Facebook group chat, be it on WhatsApp, be it on Telegram, be it on LinkedIn, and all those places available. You can also just Google me, and I hope you will find me. And of course, I have sent you the direct email link when you join in, be it be my email or my partner's email. That is the one that you can reply to, and you have direct connection with that too. And of course, if you want my WhatsApp and you want to just kind of call me or send me something, well as Telegram, please join in the conversation and look at members room links, and you will see all those also in that page, resource page for you. And welcome to the family. We look forward to you having a great time by processing your emails and sending your emails, building your web pages, creating forms, doing automations. All the good stuff is there for you to dig in. And of course, if you see any hurdles, we are here for you, and we will be working with you on same page. Share our screens if anything that you need to know and you want our help with. Please do never hesitate, ask for help, and we are here to help you. Of course, we also have a community. If you are part of the challenge counts, and all the challenge counts holders, they will welcome you and help you many ways they can, and join the conversation with them as well within the group. Of course, and the public square room is open to everybody. We have members, we have non-members, we have public. It's open for everybody to come and just have a chat with us, guys. Anything you have in your mind and you want us to answer it directly live in public, that's the place you can find us after YouTube live streams. And as usual, welcome all of you once more, Doug, Barbara, Chris, and few of you in the live YouTube chat. Of course, I will be joining you all on the public square page. And I also have a pretty good news for you guys. Far as I know, Microsoft's shutting Skype's down, and we have Meet No Limit emails for the whole world to use absolutely free without any issues. So that's good news for us. People who are losing the Skype should use Meet No Limit emails, and we do have a public square room. Let me just get a link so we can paste it or pin it on the chat. Welcome. See if you can see it or not. Doug says he's on his phone. Okay, great. Shutting. Why they shutting down? I think because it's not making money. That's what I think. So a lot of people obviously cancel their payments, and I think that's why they're shutting it down. And obviously, 10 years ago, they spent lots of money, unfortunately, but we know. So I'm just going to jump into the public square for a second so I can get a link. And I'm going to jump out, but I will join you back in to just kind of save myself a little bit of a bandwidth in here, as OBS is kind of like struggling. So, oh, thank you, Barbara. And I also posted, and let me just pin Barbara's message at the top. And here we go. There's the meeting room, and of course, it's in the chat too. I also posted. Thank you for that, Barbara. So tonight, conversation is about the deliverability. I had quite a lot of conversation with a lot of people lately, as well as I had quite a lot of questions relating to this. And we did a few streams back, a little bit relation to the stream, and I also created a file, and that is attached to this live stream as what is going on and what you can do to actually help yourself when you try to do this by yourself. And of course, I posted that for the public, for anyone who uses email can get access to it, hopefully can help them. And also lots of the stuff in that file that genuinely a lot of people do not implement, but we do in the back end implement all that stuff, so the emailers never kind of have an issue to talk to the world. And of course, goal is in here to comply and to comply with the rules and regulation of every land. Every land has a different ones, and when it comes to the email deliverability and reputation, governance compliance definitely has 100% direct effect on it. Many of the kind of companies out there, they just say, okay, it's just maybe we're just going to be complying with GDPR and can spam and few others, but not really. If you're just complying with one and forgetting the rest of the world, guys, that's not how it works. So that's why a lot of the emails of other kind of senders or processes literally fell short. But guess what? We got your back when you have no limit emails, as I will show you on screen just a moment to best examples of that, and also will show you my content for next email that got go out, and we will also I will be uploading some more kind of leads. As you all know, I'm doing this to show you the consistency of the email sender that provided by No Limit Emails. What you see in my screen, look at it as a really system and server and sending and verifying and testing and processing emails as long as possible time. That has always been going on, like so far nearly close to the 3 years. And obviously I was running server before that, so it's been going on myself, been experiencing servers about 5.5 years and more even a little bit further. But to public, as you all know, we went live in November 2020 one, and since then basically I've been recording my screen, sharing, and of course showing you the consistency and as well as volume achievable with the system that you get. Of course, this is also depending on your package, depending on your company contract deals, and of course right now we have this part of No Limit Emails open to the public, and the other part also open to the commercial big companies, governments, non-profits, you name it. We are open to cater for all, in essence of creating a better safe and better security, better basically control of our own emails. Of course, it's essential now to have a personal email, as many places not even will accept, let's say, your CV or something like that if you do not have your own domain. It's essential. It's literally, if you don't have your own domain online, to be honest, not many people kind of give you any much credibility, especially when you're doing online business. So it's essential to have at least one of your own main domain for your name, and then one generic domain that you could use for this kind of business that you try to get into. Or if you already know the field, you know what I'm talking about. It is essential that you utilize domain for many businesses, because utilizing many different domains for many different niches is literally like borrowing money from the bank to do different things as a business. So look at it as an investment in a way for yourself. So domains are definitely investment, and one of the biggest ones that functioning, good working domains, they have always value. And our goal is also, when we're doing this for you, create you a solid digital valuable asset as a domain that if you want to flip it, you can. As you know, whoever you sell it, the maintenance price doesn't go off, and you can also actually tie that domain flip, if you will, to the new clients with your affiliate link. So still get paid 30% every month from it if you like to do that kind of stuff. Obviously, that kind of setup is depending on you, and there are many options. Just jump on one of the rooms and we can have a long discussion about this kind of things, and you're always welcome. So when it comes to a reputation, obviously this video can go for days, guys, if we keep on this just subject matter of deliverability with question in front, and reputation with question in front, and regulation with question in front. We could be talking for days, literally. It still will not end. But I try to simplify with that file that I shared with you guys what actually goes on and what you can do. But obviously, if you're using no limit emails, we're already taking care of all that stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you are not, and I highly recommend you read that and see which part is missing in your infrastructure, and try implement it. But why go through all the headaches and hassles? Why just not spend around 70 and you can still do more than anyone else literally can do with email? That been a core of the deliveries and core of the reputation, core of the obviously compliances, and we are not skipping any corners, guys. And because I'm using it for myself as a business, and well as many other businesses use, is really important. So essentially, when you look really, especially right now, what's going on with AI and AI filtering, uh, other ISPs approach to spam detection is huge. Is that itself is really is a study that's need to be done more in that, because literally blinking of an eye algorithm change things, and therefore even spam detection changes quite variably, basically second per second it does. And many people do not know this. Many people think, oh well, Google just got spam filter, doesn't do anything much, just capture certain things. No, it's really a lot more in depth than that, and it's that field itself really is huge study. Is not many people studying because not many people involved in it to kind of see what's working, what's not, what they accept, what they don't, what's going on with not just them but with the rest of the actual global communication gates. And that's where really everything get kind of really trouble fall on you, and then obviously a lot of emails they don't deliver, or they deliver they just being classed as different category of spam. So the idea is for this is obviously is not one thing that gonna solve. There is no like really one remedy that you're gonna apply to kind of solve this issue, but really on the head of everything is essentially is falls into the several different things. So if you are especially bulk sender like we are, and you have even bigger kind of hurdles to kind of go over, and really huge ones, and especially when it comes to the bulk sending and uh, not getting really being labeled as a kind of spammer in spam box, especially on that specific IP. So that's the really important part that many people kind of really forget about it. And one part is really ending up in spam folder is really a huge bulk send, and we've proven you don't actually have to be, and doesn't have to apply the bulk sender if it's a bulk sender is actually doing legitimately and also applying good rule of thumb and regulations that are out there. And of course, the other one is really preventing the bulk sender to get blacklisted. An example, literally is trigger words maybe is not maybe anymore, is 100% will put you like certain category when you send emails. And of course, poor sending reputation really, really is kind of depending on the the actual sender, what the goals are, and what kind of list they connected to, or what kind of list they communicating to. And we always advise you have a chance of both worlds. But when you get the other world into your hand, send them to somewhere so you can double capture, even triple capture these people, and you applying 100% compliances, especially when you recapture. So if you recapture it and they agree that you can send them an email with that domain you communicated with them, guys, game's on you, and you can win the game pretty good. But if it's just kind of cold outreach, the same list, and of course, eventually you're gonna get caught up as in that spam tangle, and doesn't matter how much you try, your reputation will drop, and you get blocked, blacklisted, and all sort of things. But really about poor sender reputation depending on a really poor planning and poor execution, well as systems with lack of loss of implementation when it comes to the emails itself. Of course, all ISPs, the first thing they will look at is your general stuff. If your email is authentication is right, if you have all the records, required records attached to it, not just records, but really many different elements that you agreed that if they report back to you, you will stop it, and if it's not, then obviously you keep repeating, you get blacklisted and all that. So you have to really apply exactly what is needed for the given moment, not just yesterday or today or tomorrow, but as at right now. So when you send in emails as right now, that's the kind of really compliance that need to be in place. But many people do not have systems, do not have people, do not have knowledge, and of course do not have neither money or time to implement all this. And they hire somebody here and there to try to solve this. Unfortunately, it doesn't get solved. So the best practice, as we all know, really the core of the email itself, especially if commercial email, is opt-in, like literally getting them opted in again, opted in again and again, like literally not just one category, but few different categories. So you can easily then apply and basically contribute to less spam. That's one thing. But as you know, we are not against cold email outreach. You can utilize the cold emails in your legitimate interest legally within legal frame, and that you abide by the rules and regulation of all lands, not one place, because literally your domain is business in digital world, and has a right to communicate with the rest of the business world legally, but within the truthful, honestful framework of without misleading. And that's basically where I stand. And as long as it's not misleading, guys, it's very hard for you to go to a spam, and very hard for you to get really is almost impossible to get blocked, because you will not get blocked long as the end goal, the end chain of the email leads somewhere legitimate. If it does, I would not really worry. And that's how really no limit emails kind of we look into things, comply with all the rules and regulation of the land when it comes to the communication, and therefore is really within your power, because we, as a no limit emails people, we are not responsible for the domain itself that you own and is your own reputation, but we try to do everything as possible humanly to help you to basically do it without you kind of hiring too many special people to try to, excuse me, to set this kind of system up for you to communicate with the rest of the world. Of course, with no limit emails, when you're doing the emailing, your emailer itself already get integrated with one click and subscribe, which that means and have to have all legal structure and authentication in place in order even Google to allow you to do that. So be it SPF, be it DKIM, be it DMARC, but obviously Google and email has more than that. You need a lot more than that as a just authentication. Of course, those apply certain elements of the email. Let's say this three just tackles three issues, examples, but there are more. Literally so many more records that you need to actually comply by, and in order to your email really to look legitimate, feel legitimate, read legitimate, end up in a legitimate place, and therefore requires definitely a lot more than what you see it in the surface. And of course, we are doing both sides of the kind of fence, and we are informing everyone literally day and night. Be compliance, because yes, you can reach out, say hello, introduce yourself, nothing harm. But if you have some false pretense to try to kind of put a cover over Google's eyes, so to speak, of course they already know, and just kind of be more kind of an honest side than a dishonest side. That's what they try to do, guys. They put all the filters in place to try to figure out who's lying, who is honest. and that's the way. The honest ones that goes through, dishonest ones get caught, and this is what we've seen. But of course, is what they have built is not 100% perfect. I mean, as we all know, nothing is in the world is 100% perfect. Uh, just kind of like what is working right now is what's matter. And we set up the system that works within the right now, not hypothetical or theoretical, so you can actually process data, communicate with the rest of the world. And we have run so many emails, different tests, different location emails, and also the things that we tested. Everything is running perfect because the actual your backend, your sender, your IP, RSMTP, all compliance with these regulations. So, welcome to the family and happy sending. I hope you like this conversation. So let's get in and look into this email and give you a real world example. So currently, as you can see my desktop here, and I just prepared this list, and I'm gonna upload a few more. And but so far, as you can see, we are February, and last upload for me was February 25th, which is a few days ago. Because till then, I have not kind of sent an email because I sent a huge email, and I wanted to give that huge email plenty of a time to get through and see what happens to that huge email is about bulk sending, right? So I don't think you can get any better bulk sending than sending 1 million plus email at one go, right? So let's have a look, the real thing. So let's see what happens. By the way, and this email is still active, is going on. And so far, as you can see, I have 300 reads, and this is the email that we sent. But you see, number in here is 1,163,029 people. And of course, the email is huge, and this is the bulk send, and we didn't get blocked. And as you can see, the end result is actual real people reading that email. And because the email is huge, obviously, you can see I'm live, and my browser is a little bit laggy, but this is what we see, guys. So when sending bulk email, not just that, but if you follow along the previous emails that I have sent in here, that will open up in a sec, guys. You see, like in here, I send 128K, and here I send 104K, 170K, 149K, 130. So you can see this is true bulk email sending, but not getting blocked, and nothing crazy happening. And here 160K, 215K, as you can see in here the reads. And of course, every email subject line also not going to get all the best reactions. So even I send a huge email, maybe the subject line didn't chime with people. It was just basically multi-link emails also kind of being sent. So a lot of different factors you can get a little read, low or high reads. As you can see, so far in my screen alone, as you can see, just one, two, three, just between this three emails, like this three emails, I have sent more than 600K. And if you look all the numbers in here, so the screens is like going on. As you can see, the smallest one I have sent between is this 30K, but the rest of it's very close to the kind of 100K. It just goes on. So this is the reality what you can do when it comes to the emails. By the way, let's just kind of double click this. This will reopen, guys, is just my browser. Obviously, I'm serving live right now through OBS. Takes quite a bit of my bandwidth, and my server is pretty kind of heavy because so much data going through. And this is the email that we sent, multiple lists, as you can see in here. And this is the clicks so far we're getting from it. So 108 unique clicks, but you can see every link in there is different kind of affiliate link, and we see which one is getting more clicks than the others. Also, like this is basically we're tracking all the different links, as you can see in here. So for me, this is the best bulk email sending you ever gonna get. So the next part is basically what is email content look like, right? So this is the email we send, and email content itself is very, very long email, and you don't expect this kind of email just get any reaction whatsoever, especially on a cold outreach, guys. So I was expecting to get usually everyone who clicks on it and also kind of unsubscribe or report me as spam, but it's not happening. So, and I show you why it's not happening, guys. For example, let's say we have 108 unique clicks in here, and let's see from 100 people how many people unsubscribed. So literally it's none. So as you can see in here, and obviously this is the total unique clicks went to the page, and you can see different emails, different people, and lots of it goes there, guys. And this one I'm saying is literally unsubscribe is quite rare. And you can see in here from 100 people, guys, one, let me get it from, so we go from the bottom, 1 2 3 4 5 6 people, not even 10. If it's 10, maybe it would be 1%, but less than a 10. So you can see from 100 people only 5 people, which is pretty good, I would say. So let's go back on email. I'll show you a current email that I am working on, so you can see the new email content as this I will be sending next. And this is the email that I'm preparing, but you will see I always have kind of signature on the emails, and those signature on the email is obviously is very, very important component that for you to kind of add as well. And I did share with everyone that specific signature. And of course, if you want that signature, you can always find it in one of the files that I shared in the other rooms. And of course, the whole idea is to actually send legitimate conversational piece, could be like article or even decent kind of looking page to the recipient. So it's content rich. It's not like just sales. It's not just kind of, hey, buy my stuff. It's introduction, basically. You're looking at majority of the people out there you send in, they are human being. They are after something good, and you try to be that good link, basically, and send decent information, email, introduce yourself. So anyway, what we're talking right now, element of that I added to this email, as you can see on top of it. So because email starts like obviously with similar thing, and we have that, we added kind of video. Image is the same, I can change the image around. And we have this disclaimer. It's changed quite a bit. My disclaimer, kind of, you can now highlight it, you can see, and this bottom of the email, and of course there's an unsubscribe button. So this is the content that we will be sending next, and maybe I will change this video to this one what we are talking right now, and maybe change this image to different one. You get the idea. You know, this is the basically email I'm sending as a cold email, and not repeating the same people to send this, and also reduces that unsubscribe, and of course helps you to send true bulk email out without actually getting headaches. So you saw me sending million email at one go, many email 30-day email challenge members also did globally all over the place, and you see that it's possible. You can do this with right setup, with right people, and of course a right understanding what is really current emails should be like, feel like, and of course is all there for you to experiment with, guys. Come and join us in a live conversation on a public room, and I hope you enjoy the conversation, and I hope you can see there is a hope out there for every emailer out there to be able to do what we are doing, guys. So take care, and I will speak to you again once more tomorrow live stream, and once more I will be joining the rest of everybody in that live conversation. Come and join us at Public Square, and the link is over there. Once more, thank Barbara, thank Chris, thank everyone else who's watching in YouTube, and I appreciate you personally, and I will be coming and join you over that side. Take care. Please read on that document and let me know if I missed anything, and so I can improve stuff for all of us. And I appreciate you all feedback. Catch you on the next one. Happy sending, everyone.
Strong clouds gather and shadows cloak the land. Justice may be blind, yet it has a steady hand. Beneath the weight of silence, where darkness tries to bind, there lies a glimmer shining in the depths of humankind. No matter how dark the night, the sun will always rise, and the truth it reigns eternal, breaking through the lies. In the heart of every struggle, in the depths of every sorrow, truth will rise again, paving paths for tomorrow. In the corners of despair, where fear begins to creep, resilience finds a voice, awakening from sleep. The winds of change are blowing, carrying our cries. For those who seek the light shall see the stars that guide. No matter how dark the night, the sun will always rise, and the truth it reigns eternal, breaking through the lies. In the heart of every struggle, in the depths of every sorrow, truth will rise again, paving paths for tomorrow. So let the world remember, in the aftermath of pain, that from the ashes beauty grows, and truth shall never wane. With every step we take toward the horizon's call, we'll stand united, fearless, as we break down every wall. No matter how dark the night, the sun will always rise, and the truth it reigns eternal, breaking through the lies. In the heart of every struggle, in the depths of every sorrow, truth will rise again, paving paths for tomorrow. In shadows we gather, whispers in the night, a fortress built on silence, where nothing feels right. Behind gilded borders, the truth wears a mask, a kingdom of secrets buried deep in the past. All his kingdom will crumble beneath its own lies. We dance with the devil, seen the light in their eyes. The walls are all shaking, they're crying for peace. A rain built on darkness, it's time for release. The throne may feel regal, but thorns pierce the crown. In the hunt for power, we've all been let down. The gods take their places as pawns in the game. We're lost in the chaos, with only ourselves to blame. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, this kingdom will crumble beneath its own lies. We dance with the devil, seen the light in their eyes. The walls are all shaking, they're crying for peace. A rain built on darkness, it's time for release. Let the truth rise, by the tearing down the towers that once held our desire. With every fallen secret, the dawn will ignite. We'll break these chains in the morning light. Oh, this kingdom will crumble beneath its own lies. We dance with the devil, seen the light in their eyes. Now
Oh no, if sounds come through or not. The song was playing and we are live, I think. YouTube seems okay. Alright, welcome. I hope you enjoyed that crazy song. Guys, AI is doing crazy stuff with the music, and that was one of the AI song. I hope you enjoy the beat. Uh, Videos good, Doc said. Hey, good evening, good afternoon, Doc. Thank you. Song was great. Yeah, it's very meaningful, it's hurtful, but it's truthful, and it was pretty interesting lyric, that song, for sure. I'm sure people will kind of enjoy what the meaning was behind it, but pretty interesting what AI does these days. Hey, amazing stuff comes out AI. I personally love this creative side of AI, and of course, I am also sinister, just like everybody else, a little bit the other side. And I think all in all is going to be good if it's being used for good. That being said, good evening. As usual, house rule, we are live after a few attempts, and I hope you will enjoy the stream. And it's pretty interesting and is related to all of us, especially in this world of email communication, marketing, live streaming, as you know it, interconnected with the real digital of the world, so to speak, and with obviously slowly everything becoming IoT, and we try to be a one of the easiest connections that we could help organize our own domain infrastructure when it comes to the custom emails we will get onto that subject matter a little bit in a deep level. As a kind of creator point of view, I can highlight some of the stuff, and also user point of view, I can highlight some of the stuff maybe you are not aware of, especially right now, February 27, 2025. So up to date stuff to just inform you and everyone else. Really, very important change, as well as how important this really is, and every one of us should really take a serious kind of look into it. And of course, we make it easier for our members, and congratulations, as it is still a day to go on a love month, guys. And as being love month, we giving away. I personally want to gift someone a fully loaded account so they can have an experience with no limit emails. If you comment something you're interested seeing on these videos and is useful to yourself today, doesn't matter if you are not part of us yet, make sure that you comment so your name can go into the draw bucket. So far, I have quite few, and I like to extend that, as this is very important. I will be giving you my own domain, guys, that you can experiment with, and of course, we will help you also kind of be there with you and do it basically with you, so you can also have the experience of 0 to million challenge counts. And as one lucky winner will get that, and is huge value, and also is huge experience that we want to give you on us, as a just thank you for watching few seconds of our videos and commenting. And that being said, as it is still love month, few of you decided to treat yourself and your business and your domain with amazing love that you're gonna get with setting up your no limit emails account. We thank you for joining, and as usual, you will receive a couple of emails from us, and one of the emails will be your login details, the other ones with a guide, and please do follow the guide. But as usual, I am your country control rap. Everything have to go between me and before reaches to you. And this is what happens. I log into your systems and we set up few segments for you, set up an email, also create a page internally for you with the resources that you need to have and know and join obviously the rest of the conversation that we have beside here is like be it on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Telegram, on WhatsApp, on obviously here live in public square rooms or different kind of rooms we keep igniting. And of course, you can join a conversation live. And of course, you can also make yourself a live room and then reply to that email with your details, which is we need from you. Simply that you don't need have to have any technical knowledge that to do this and complete this. If you already have a capability, know how to buy domain or go to register a hosting account, you already qualified, well overqualified for this specific thing that you need to do. But if you never done that before and you just totally new to start, guys, do not worry. We are here to help you, and it's okay that you are just starting. You never bought a domain before, you never registered anything, you never done anything like what we are talking about, and we also don't expect everybody to know everything that they need to do in order to get really system from us and then also utilize that system. It's not complicated because we are with you in every step of the way. And of course, all you have to do is, like I said, create a room and invite us in, and let's do it together so you don't have to worry. Basically, we will onboard you and we personalize you onboard, totally personalized. If you need us every step of the way, that's how we work. And of course, everyone that join us, we like to be connected live so we can understand each other better, so we can serve you better, so you can utilize the systems better for yourself. And of course, infrastructure is built specifically to fit your needs. And therefore, you need to provide us very simple access to one of your domains. And the way that you do it, we already give you a document that has all this in, all the details in, and then some of the video description if you check the channel out, and I'm sure you will find that. And in that document is outlined exactly how you do this. So simply, you can make also a free Cloudflare account. We ourselves use commercial Cloudflare account, so it doesn't cost you anything, and therefore you send us access to that Cloudflare account. If you're totally new again onto the Cloudflare scene, you never heard of them, do not worry, they are safe. We ourselves trust them, and if we do, you should do, and many governments around the world and many millions and billions of websites around the world do, and including my own back. So that being said, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is create account, verify the email, and also just important note and also tip, you can create a brand new kind of email for yourself for to do the business that you want to do with email. And you don't even have to have a email that already you have that you don't want to be disassociated. So this is to organize you from get-go as well. Just make sure if all this is new that you're setting up, it's fine. You can use your trusted email as you've been using over the years, as you know of. So you can do that, or just set up a totally brand new that reflect that specific domain you're setting up. On the payment side, doesn't matter. You could use your card, whatever, PayPal, Stripe. That is no an issue. It's just for you to basically started with a good standing anyways, and this will allow you to also know which email that you registered for Cloudflare and vice versa. But you can do this on your main trusted email, and by all means. And of course, if you are setting up the communication machine based on this domain that you're building on, and just try to build infrastructure around that. Of course, if you already have a hosting for main website, internally you have access to your own email for that email, for that website. Most hosts do give you this options, especially if you have a cPanel access and all that stuff through your obviously domain hosting company, you can get this kind of pretty easy, create few emails internally for yourself, that you also can use those domains to send us to register basically your site on those specific emails. If you don't, you know, want to register specific different type of emails for your accounts. So that being said, just let us know what you need, guys, and we are here to help you basically to set your account and activate your account. And of course, in this generation, we want you to be connected with us. So daily lives and also in the live rooms, I can update you the situation and also be connected with me, and that be it like Facebook or WhatsApp. So whatever easy is, LinkedIn, which one is you are on, even on YouTube, so you can connect to us and have a basically direct connection so you know what's going on. And when you get your account, and also obviously you can be on in the live conversation as you wish, long as you wish. So there's no obligation to hang on in the live streams, guys, we set up, and as nobody's obligated, but we are all volunteer and have a conversation. We keep conversation rolling, we share information on that, and lots of information. If you're browsing on those chats, you will see is very useful and is related to all of us doing email marketing, email writing, email, you name it, everything to do with being online and operating online businesses, be it, you know, product launches or email, direct email marketing, or just going basically live and have a live conversation with someone. So for us, we are there 24/7 for you, and for you is just be organized from get-go and read the document kind of entirely so you can understand why we require the stuff. This is all to do with setting up the infrastructure for you from basically ground level and a clean slate. So it's kind of fail-proof system that we set up for you. And do not hesitate. Also add a couple of domains or 2, 3 domains to your accounts. As you do in email, it's just very unpredictable, and we're always open to this, as anything can happen, guys. So we don't see it, be it your fault or our fault. We see it as just being part of the ecosystem of the business. If you get blocked, so easy we can change over. If your IP get burned, so we can easy change over. If there's anything else in between that you are not happy with, we can discuss, see we can put it right, and so be totally open for with us. So what is your intent, and how can we help you secure your email, especially if you're using just for personal or organization or nonprofit or your business or business for your clients, you name it. So it's really open to you and your needs. And of course, it is the Love Month. We released a few more counts this week, and congratulations to all of you. And please, I did share a different places. I have a file I want to share with you a bit later on in one of the rooms, and you can get hold of that kind of signature with kind of guidelines that help your domain email to communicate more widely and more compliance. And I hope that specific just bit of writing give you idea what we do in the back end for you. Well, really, you don't have to do much. And that's being said, welcome everyone. And this evening, as you can see in my screen, I want to present you one more to just kind of like not a clickbait or a sales pitch to you, but a true value and action type of systems that you never probably heard of or used or utilized before for your business or for yourself or whatever it is you're using for. So one of them is very, very important, and many people asking me personally this question: why don't we charge people? It's very simple, guys. We didn't create the meet no limit emails to charge anyone. And the reason for this is really complying with few principles that we believe in as benefits for everyone. And of course, these principles are linked to tonight's actually conversation when it comes to the why should you have a private domain email? If you are serious person in the world and doing, say, business and communicating over the internet, uh, cost of domains are cheapest. That's like you're gonna get. Like domain itself is really not that expensive. So that excuse should not be the reason why you don't have a domain email to get start off with. But many people, I think, get a little bit of kind of complaints, compliance, basically just dismissed as just kind of because it's easier to just use third party that's already done, and you kick the can down the road. Essentially, to speak, you kick your responsibility out the door. And with private domains, you take that responsibility serious, and it's actually help improve your overall communication when it comes to the internet existence of data and credibility, authority, and also the things linked to it. And as we all know, email and live streaming is the two tools that we ourselves built for ourselves. And the live part we just wanted to give to people based on literally the articles that we all know and familiar with in the UN Human Rights Charter. So, based on the article principles, we give to the world one part of our network that everyone could basically have a conduct a conversation and if they wish. There is no obligation. We never marketed this tool to anyone who finds it, uses it, and people telling people to find and use, and so on and so forth. But our core intention for this application alone to be a bridge between every human being in the world, have the ability on their mobile phone, on the browser, to be in a live conversation with whoever it is they send that link and they want to connect. And of course, this can lead to the groups, this can lead to the even bigger organization, and everyone is free to use it as their life wish is depending on. And we do not have a say on that. We don't detect any data. We don't collect any user data. We don't record anything on a server side. Literally, it's like radio station. Everyone can tune in, guys. And that's all it is to it. We don't have a catch. We don't have any plan to charge for it. And we don't have any plan to basically put ads on or make kind of really weird advertising platform. And so on there, you can see what it is. Basically, when you open a room, you have no uh, advertising, no cookie tracking, nothing like that, because we do not have any sponsors, and I don't think we want one either. So that being said, there you go, guys. You can get in and log into that URL in there, make yourself a room, and invite us and add that link to your email. And I will show that just how you do that. So right now, as you can see on the Meet, let me just kind of begin it up. So we go back to the other application just a second, and then we will tie basically all together and show you the actual importance with an email itself, and I will log onto the system that is my own domain. And so this is the live element that we're talking about and the bridge between everyone within our basically will, and we want everybody can utilize it, and we don't ask for anything, and we don't ask for basically no donation, no nothing. So let's make a room. And as you can see, I am incognito mode, and I'm just going to make a just a bridge. I don't know how can spell it. Bridge. I don't know. 1 second. Just bring me the connection. Uh, as you can see, my queue. Where's it going? Uh, uh, okay. Just bring me the connection. Doesn't matter how, what type of form you write in here. If you can give a bit of space if you want, but when it's create a room, it will join everything. This will be URL. Just depends what you put in here will be your room ID and no one else knows. So you can see I could go on add also the characters and start meeting, and now I can basically I am live. Allow your microphone, and obviously you will allow your microphone when the little pop-up comes up. uh, you go. I will say allow this time, and if it's one time room you can do this, and as you can see my audio is being detected in there and previews appears in here, and you can allow it. And obviously you can also allow your camera, and as you can see this is the room we created. Now we are live and isn't metered, right? And you can do quite a lot of things in here. You can record your screen, share your feed. This is also helps if instead of remotely accessing your PC to do something, they can show you exactly what you need to do without entering your PC. So it's one way of, let's say, securing between two PCs with remotes, let's say, support. And let's say you're teaching the other guy how to do it on its end without remote access from somewhere else to somewhere else, with like different kind of share softwares out there, as many of them prove to be one of the causes a lot of bad things happening in the world. So this is one way that you can also eliminate that, especially if you have a sensitive stuff in your hard disk. You don't want anybody remotely connected to you, but you still want to share your screen. They can still share their screen without basically this risk be happening. So this is part of your domain also. When you look at the sense, the room only you create is under your own kind of power. So you can have, let me just close my camera and also close my audio in here. So you can basically have a long meeting, short meeting, teaching sessions. Doesn't matter what industry, what background you have, what language you speak. Whatever part of the world is, you can use the browser, you can use this tool to communicate with whoever you want in your life, and for your business, your teams, you name it, is open and will go on long as you want it on. So we have people leaving rooms on for thousands of hours, ourselves leaving in rooms on for thousands of hours long, and you can utilize this as your communication safe bridge around the world for everybody. And we love to see more and more community use this, and of course development community already using it a lot, including ourselves, as we initially created for our own dev team to be looking at the same page, working on same page. And for remote work is proven priceless, and also for personal connection also proving really priceless, because we have no limit. For example, I have some of my children living overseas. We make room, they can leave a device on in there literally 24/7, and I can leave one in my end, and that will be all the time basically connected. And whenever we need a something, even if we're not there, we didn't catch up each other at the same time, we can write something in a chat, leave a record there, whoever comes first and see that chat and replies, and so on and so forth. And this is basically your own kind of connect reconnect type of tool that you can do. Of course, you can share your screen, you can record your screen. We do not record anything in our end. When you press record, it records to your own device and it drops it to your own device, and you can then take that file, convert it to the whatever format you want. And of course, this is, as you can see, I've been on, there is no ad popping up, there is no kind of glitches going on, even I am live on YouTube. So go ahead and enjoy this and create yourself a many bridges to many people as you wish. So let me get rid of that and This is the email side of it, which is tie us to a tonight's topic. So there are many email service providers out there. We all know, and also there are little email services are out there that are like us, literally almost non-existence, and that's why we have to build this up and for ourselves again. Uh, in initial part, what you just saw, originally it was kind of like a combination of both in the one dashboard, and I will log in just a moment show you. For private client, this is what they also have. If they don't obviously need to utilize it, there is obviously free one already out there. So now when we install system, we don't add it because there is a exact same thing. It's totally free for anyone to utilize, and to just basically give that new server setup a little bit more space, a little bit more speed when we don't add that element, as it is kind of very kind of energy consuming part of the server. So to basically not take the bandwidth off the email side of things, the communication emailer makes, and that's why we also separate that. But if it's necessary, we still can add it to the systems as we done for many previous ones. So it's not an issue to do in our part, and that is basically where we at when you look at this in here. The prices according obviously the send volumes and register obviously gets installed on your domain. So when you have the domain ready and when you have the system ready on the email side, and this is the part where really the custom email domain email has a different power that is underutilized. And I'm going to reveal something in here to kind of really give you a clearer picture why it's so important. So when you set up a custom domain, every email that you send goes from that domain, not your personal kind of reputation in a sense. And the purpose of this domain is to be a kind of operating within the older legal framework of today's global setup, be it on the internet, basically compliances. And therefore, you have a better chance to comply with compliances with a domain than if you're using the share hosting. Maybe share hosting guys didn't kind of implement all that for you. So that being said, is not just security sensitive things, but an actually better data function when it comes to the email itself. More basically on the what we've seen sending millions a bit in really millions of emails at a time. We've seen a great increase of open rate, deliverability, kind of scores gets higher, and also we've seen amazing amount of traffic, genuine traffic being kind of registered on many emails that I personally send over the a few years now, and as well as yesterday's stream if you watch it, and we'll give you some more reflective and open kind of idea what Chris was talking, what Doug was saying, and also the previous like Sunday's conversation what we had. If you watch these two videos, you will understand we covered this area greatly in the process of how everything is set up when it comes to the personal domain, email, and the power, and of course, and the ability that you can have your own type of infrastructure for many different things. And this has not been done before by many companies out there or many services providers out there, because in the core of it, there are all missing parts being charged different prices to people, and it's actually pushed many people's out of the price range entry even to the communication business, never mind the security side of thing, never mind even kind of personal domain. And that side of it's uh, obviously the cost factor is pretty high, and is obviously not many people really could afford. And because the trend has always been like that, keep going up, and everybody keep increasing price, and everybody's keep basically reducing quality, that be it data safety and as well as deliverability. And it gives us as a private, basically personal domain, custom domain emails, as give us chance to more and more be relevant, and of course more trustworthy, to actually send email, receive emails, communicate commercially and as well as personally. So that is the core of, you have the basically box, you have the key in your hand. And when you open that box, and literally is you acting on behalf of your own reputation, and every time you create a email and is based on that specific domain basically needs, if that's the case, guess what, if domain is absolutely kind of delivering some amazing good thing, you cannot really fail doing kind of this custom domain called outreach, warm outreach, building lists with data, utilizing data to get make it better, valuable data, more validated, clean data for security. If those are not clean, most likely they are security risks too, because a lot of the non-clean and valid email stuff that we get has lots of basically malware attachment, worms, and also the VXCs, and also the different files when it comes to this email security. So we set up the filters. Um, Even if you uploaded, your server is not didn't not going to affect you, but if you send somebody else click it, it will affect. If it's passed through our filter, we have prevention to kind of stop this kind of things, and it's pretty common standard now in most really good email setup. It's not like secret or anything else. I mean, you can firewall also the things nowadays, and it's different. Obviously, protocol, different firewalls, different setup, different filter allow and what not allow. Really depending on what is known to be a worm. So, what's known to be a worm or harmful thing, comparison what's already been captured, and of course this also changes, time changes. So we know the security end of the internet is in the great pressure what is happening in our world, and therefore is not really gimme or a joke, and is one of the absolute must have and most important part that you are as a private person or a company that you operate in, or organization or a government. So security is obviously top essential part of the all things, as we know, and therefore personal domain email security, it just gives you that extra little bit extra that you normally maybe not have ability to set things up, that is has that kind of guarding. And in our sense, of course, we are data people, we are communication people. We set up a your email communication to talk to the world with basically kind of heads high, because we do comply, we do implement all necessary stuff that is required to be implemented, be it security wise and as well as obviously a requirement. For example, one click and subscribe, direct link to Google implementation, and without it, obviously, we would not kind of be able to send emails, and therefore, it is good thing. So we do help a reduce spam when you use custom domains. That's just happens by literally by having that specific entity. That's definitely reduces spam, and we're seeing that after so many millions of emails we send according our own data, and that is definitely one of the crucial part of the deliverability factor too. when you reduce spam, you gain better quality and better authority. Your email most likely get delivered and get being seen and get distributed by basically networks that have acceptance rules, non-acceptance rules, based on even interaction type of inbox, personal interaction, or even whatever they commented online, and so on and so forth. So there is lots of factors. The ISPs implemented what we call personalized categories on action. That's kind of like social score type of thing they're implementing, and therefore custom domain emails are definitely way to go, because you will have a little bit better chance than if you are just using share hosting, share basically kind of IPs and everything else. So for legitimacy, data safety, and of course overall improvement of your own email kind of safeguard and well as functions, that is essential. Really kind of investment, heavy investment needs to be kind of getting into on by any company. But as No Limit Emails, we take care of all that stuff behind the scene without really charging our basically clients. And because it's an important part of all communication is safety, but and also safety also depends on you too, because when you have your own domain, you get that reputation. Really is your own business, as we are just, let's say, the mechanic behind the behind the scene, and we just maintain and look after things. And imagine just we are your basically tech people out there and looking after things when you're running your email communication, just same as what you see in my own dashboard, and you see the huge waves of traffic. And I can also kind of clarify this to you. So few weeks, as you can see, the start of the year obviously start week 1, and so far, as an example of what has happened, but kind of true recorded history of the what happened, and we see it in my screen. So we talking really lots of emails being sent and processed. I mean, really a lot. Comparison what is possible currently out there, and comparing it also with the safety elements of those emails. So if you do not have all the necessary, obviously, safeguard in place within domain, the email itself is not going to work very well. It's just really part of it. And as well as if you don't have the pure clean data too, like really good validated data, and it's also that is related you breaking one of the security protocols actually. If you do not have it up to the date, up to the second, really good hygiene data and intel on that data, uh, obviously straight away kind of break one of those rule of the thumb rules, obviously. But again, we taking care of that because it's literally everything happen instant, and therefore is a little bit more of accurate than if you run third party to verify data, and then when you activate and actually utilize that data in the wider world network, and you need there and then kind of also safety checks for the specific data, that who you communicate and what you send in, what's basically what's the intent behind this basically communication package. So of course, as you know, and there are every node when you send an email out or receive. And few weeks ago, I did another kind of stream. We looked about kind of basic service stuff, how you kind of see the infrastructure and how infrastructure actually kind of deliver your email. And you see it is literally as real post office online. So that's where you get your SMTP protocol, and therefore really is huge cost on it too. And of course, we cannot really wipe out the SMTP costs altogether, and no one can. but we tried to reduce it to the level that almost everybody in the world could afford use one. And that's what we've been doing when it comes to the email, basically publishing, sending. So as the numbers you see in my screen is just like literally last 8 weeks. These are the kind of type numbers that we kind of say uh, processed safely and securely. And that's the kind of whole kind of idea behind having a custom email domain. One, when I'm sending email from here, it is related to the domain that is set up. It's not going out from my Gmail or this or that. And that specific email also get a really total authentication and protocols attached to, including one click unsubscribe stuff in the back end for you, and so you don't have any technical knowledge how this even does, or even have to actually connect your own Google account with anything. So everything gets configured so you can process, upload, send, and communicate with email instantly as you wish. And of course, when we get a kind of when you get a really new count, there is a kind of process. You just basically take 30 days slow. You send one email a day, and then you keep increasing. And also, this allows us to to implement lots of different things for this to go and basically do the what we say it does, send your email out to the people proper, with the compliance, with the safety, with the security, and of course is under your control. And we are just basically behind the scene to make your machine work and sing. As you can see, this one I sent well over 2 million emails like last 8 weeks. And obviously, let's say it's 2 months, each month's been sending million email plus, when you look at it in that sense. So just within that period, and of course this data also being a kind of cleaned up, and when every time we send emails to the system. So the element that you see, the live one, the Jitsi one, is here installed on the system. So I wanted to kind of show you that. So previously, this is what happened. So the reason that they are very essential for your communication securities too, both sides, by the way, can help you. So on this website in here, I have this instance installed. I could go and watch similar manner live room to go live, and it's all belong to this URL. And therefore, every room I create in here is totally my responsibility, and so on and so forth. And as to basically do my meetings, do lessons, just chat to someone, and share my screen with my loved ones, and basically uh, even have a remote birthdays, weddings, and all that kind of things, even remote funerals if that's necessary. And it's just one of those live tools that you can basically have and control and totally safely. So obviously, safe and security is important for everybody in the world, and we try to do our best to be open door for everyone, so that is literally everyone can be in a safe place to conduct a good communication commercially and personally, as well as obviously organization wise. So the many things that uh, you can tie into this really subject matter, you could go on into the big rabbit hole of about data privacy and control. As we all know, many parts of society is against this. Many of us want our own data to be under our own control, and we given that option to ourselves and our members that anyone can be in control of their own data, which is important with a custom domain when you fully control over your email infrastructure, allowing you to really implement strong security measures and protocols to safeguard your data. And the control also ensures really compliance with data privacy rules. I'm going to list few of them, and hopefully you can see a little bit more in depth what really goes on and what kind of stuff that really a lot of people fail on. And I hope people out there also kind of setting up this kind of thing can pick this bit of information, implement, for their own good, even if they are not using our systems, as I'm openly sharing lots of relevant information on YouTube. So you guys can be kind of like pretty aware of those. So when it comes to really email and communication per se, there is a lot can be done, and lots still need to be done, and lots are what we doing to kind of also get lots of the things done, so to speak. So we don't have to basically need to be out, you know, as they say, no one is above the law, and we try to enhance the laws that has already been set and guidelines being set for us to communicate basically in a framework that is what is allowed. So when it comes to the really data security, is the privacy of data regulations for data all complies to that, and is all part of it in a nutshell. So you'll have your GDPR, you will have your CAN-SPAM, you have your DPO, you have there are so many different regions in the world, different governments, they all have different ones, and you have to kind of comply by them. Is there is no way that you're going to avoid them, and there is no reason that you're going to avoid them, especially if you have legitimate business in the world, and there's no reason that you avoid them. And obviously it requires a technical knowledge and infrastructure for it in order that you can basically uh, comply with them without you personally have to do all of them yourself. So that's the essential part. So many people misses this kind of stuff, and we have implemented many different things at the back end to help us, including like Article 52 FZ, like Russian Federation ones, and obviously people from China, DSL, CCPA, all this kind of acts are important, but and also you have to look in real context of really UN Article 20, UN Article 19, and of course UN Article 18.2 and Article 23. So under these articles, you have to be a very mindful and comply with the basically rule of the humanities in essence. So we try to adhere to all of them, and we make it easier for us to comply with them, and by actually implementing them in our communication portals. And this far, we have had no issues by sending millions and millions of emails around the world, and it's been 3.5 years active service. So we are not doing anything wrong or breaking any rules, and we comply with all them. And of course, our goal is not really us, it's you. We're making you to comply with them easy without any headache or extra cost. You don't have to really hire lawyers to do it. Well, as we implement your cyber sensitivity stuff with your own custom domain, and this is another element. So that is kind of like literally laying the foundation for you to be compliant, to talk to the rest of the world within your own will and wish, and of course also conduct a conversation and business. And of course, without communication, we cannot make a good progress, and therefore we try to enhance the communication world for everyone, and also everyone can do it privately within their own kind of, let's say, power and the domains that they control and own. And that has been core of the change when it comes to the really cyber. Uh, Everyone have to think about cybersecurity. Really, it doesn't matter what level of business you get in, or even just individual that you're using in the internet. And in today's world, there's no one can deny how important that is. And obviously, when it just comes to the normal communication through the social media, we all know how important that is. But imagine literally putting, huge amount of access in front of that, and how important really it is for you also take, actually play a good part to clean the scene from the bad part. When you actually have a custom domain communication for yourself, you essentially building yourself way that you have a gain ability to talk to the rest of the world yourself instead of through someone else. So understand this level is very, very important because really that's what it does. As you can see in my screen, and just 8 weeks, I have sent more than 2 million emails, and including I send 1 million email plus at one go a few days ago. And since then, I've been doing some tuning up in my server and doing different things, cleaning up, and emails slowly crawling up. But I will show you that. So this is really have to be a core of every business or every individual in the world. Everyone can afford a domain name, guys. It's not an excuse that you cannot do this, and it's not really an excuse when it comes to other fees and costs or knowledge required that you think is burden to you to have this to work for you exactly the same. So you can see once more, I go through a week one, guys. We started, obviously, this is January, as you can see, week 32. And obviously, January 1st, we start week one, and that week, and this is the number that actually being processed, cleaned, verified, and sent. So follow along, and you can take a screenshot of this. For 8 weeks, this is the numbers that I personally have done when it comes to core of the safety, security, deliverability, and of course the actual data amount that you basically end up utilizing. Your domain, your business can do this. So obviously each of this batch, they generate a different amount of clicks when it comes to the like the other end of it, so you can see the numbers. And obviously right now I'm not running any challenges ended because that was around 5, and you can see slowly, and I'm just kind of climb down that I can make another push again. So you can see that's basically last 8 weeks numbers. And let's look actually the email stuff that I sent, like I mentioned, and already actually logged me out. Anyway, so we kind of log back in, and let's have a look at the email. By the way, you can see lots of emails went out. So this email went to the 1 million people, guys. I have not stopped it, but the other campaigns are also active still bringing some more tracked kind of basically clicks. As through the days, you can see it's keep changing. But this is the thing. So when it comes to the volume and sending, if we didn't comply with all the elements, and this email would not really work at all. It will be instantly blocked, especially if this number. So I wanted to show you that the actual kind of implementation allows me to do this. So this is kind of obviously still active and is still going on, and this email itself is just random email that we have a lots of the affiliate links from the members in this email, and that's basically what's really went out on this email. Let me just click again. Hopefully we'll Google browser memory stuff is dumping on me stuff because I'm live, guys, in so many places. But you will see another kind of elements of the personal domain email power and why it's necessary. So in here you can see in the specific email I have used many multiple different lists and combined them to make the numbers to send an email. So in many other shared system you lose this ability. So for safety reason this is much better, for security reason is much better, and for functionality is much better because you can see the working example. This is kind of what it does and what happened. And on the content side of this, as you can see, and it's all sort of kind of images and things. As you can see, my browser is slow, guys, but you can see this email is not like any other email, guys. Like literally is just kind of like magazine roll, right? And as you can see, and this is email, and that is, and subscribe on actually works. So you can throw all sorts of things on this email, and as we send it to a bunch of people. And obviously, the content itself maybe not chime with the people that we send it, but that's not the like what I was after. If I get one click, I know the email worked, and that's the goal in here because many people don't believe that you can send a million email at one go, and I show you you can, and I done it myself, and also many other members. The 0 to million challenges have done it in the past, and you can check that evidence on 30-day email challenge channel on YouTube. And so far, we can see each link is how many times person's links being clicked in here, because every image also affiliate link, as you can see, and you can track every individual. If we want to follow these people up, we can go there and write them an email, say, hey, you've been there, what's happened? So you can see it's all happening. So this is the power of custom domain email with proper infrastructure in place. And without proper infrastructure in place, including safety measures, security measures, and so on and so forth, is impossible to really do this. And of course, we always say, as nothing is 100% secure as is our life isn't. So, but we try to get close to the 100% as possible and all the time. And that's also high cost and is obviously high human time cost too, because you need to have eyes looking into these things, guys. And therefore, it is a really expensive, important task, and we don't charge to our members who uses the systems. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can see the differences between just using something out there or setting up your own private domain. And of course, you can see so many emails are sent in one go. You have seen in previous videos so many emails that I have uploaded, literally pages and pages. But and totally now, slowly, this specific domain, I tried to reach 10 million emails processed in 1 year, which is ends end of the March. So there you go, guys. We will see. Hopefully, by end of March, I will reach my target, and I'm not very far off. So I can give you a little bit updates so far. And there's a specific domain is now crawling towards 9,300,000. So slowly that's growing. I think towards the March I will be able to do that to get this to 10 million emails being actually verified and sent with my own personal domain. And that's the power of having a custom personal domain specifically for to do your emails. But you don't have to really do what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is just showing you how the servers work, how the no limit email services works. The intention with this specific domain is purely to show you a demonstration of working email server that is daily basis and has been going on for years, and therefore is just kind of safe way to do your email communication. Really, for any kind of level of society, you could utilize this. It's not that expensive, and comparison what's out there, comparison what we really put in place for you. And of course, we are always there day and night to help you, and as live connection. So thank you so much once more watching the live stream, and I will be joining into the public room just a second, few minutes after we are ended in here. Thank you so much.